Democrat Lori Berman is running for re-election to the Florida Senate against Republican Steve Byers.
Our Taylor Hernandez heard from each candidate about what they believe needs to be done on affordable housing and education.
This election cycle, all candidates are emphasizing their plans to tackle the affordable housing crisis in South Florida.
I think affordable housing is probably the #1 challenge that we're facing in Florida, because if people can't have housing, we can't continue to get people to move here. One of the things I would like to see us do is fully fund the Sadowski Fund.
The Sadowski Fund is money from tax revenue that goes toward housing initiatives across the state. Berman's challenger, Steve Byers, also mentioned it when asked about affordable housing, but offered this solution as well.
You've seen rents go through the roof, and you've seen our workforce dissipate and travel further away, and they can't get to work. So one of the things we need to do with affordable housing is plan out affordable communities that are exciting for people to live in. One of the things that I have is I like the idea of tiny homes.
Byers did not want to answer our question about gender identity and sexuality discussion in schools. Senator Lori Berman had this to say about the recently enacted parental rights in education law.
This is a cultural war that has been brought upon us by the governor and the far-right legislature. I believe that any teacher should be allowed to talk about the fact that they may be married to someone of the same sex. That's different than teaching kids or indoctrinating children.
As for school safety, Senator Berman says implementing advice from the Marjory Stoneman Douglas Task Force is important.
We need to make sure that we have good school resource officers, that every school has a minimum of one, and larger schools have at least 2 school resource officers. But I really depend on that task force to give us the guidance about where they think the gaps are in school security and where we should be moving forward.
While Byers says it is his belief that school safety has been politicized and turned into a public safety issue.
If it's a concern for gun attacks, we should train them in gun safety. Okay, but what's more important is that we address it on a community social level, where we need to just be aware of people who are uneasy and people who need attention, and whether they're struggling with drugs or depression or some sort of anger issue, and get the community reaching out to those people.
For WPBF 25 News, I'm Taylor Hernandez.